This is only the first 30 seconds of the game and already I'm not really impressed.
Just like old times, huh?
Not really. Man, I cannot believe this shit. Is this the entire game or what? Hello you guys, I'm Dreamon, aka the Belgian Waffle, and I'll tell you one thing in advance already. I'm too damn lazy to edit this video properly because this game doesn't deserve a proper video editing at all. It's as simple as that. I will try to do my best to make this video seem as interesting as possible, but it's gonna be hard. Okay, they ruined the Alien franchise, they ruined the Duke Nukem franchise, they ruined the Conan the Barbarian reboot, they ruined the RoboCop reboot, they're planning to ruin the Starship Trooper franchise even further with a reboot, they took a dump on the Star Wars franchise with the Phantom Menace, and now they're shitting on the Rambo franchise as well. It seems like it's becoming a trend to ruin franchises that we loved so much in our younger days, and I'm starting to get really frustrated because of it. I feel like I want to rip somebody's throat out with my bare hands. Well, you get the picture. Now I don't know why they even gave this license to a developer called Teyan, who's known for the ridiculously bad games. Well, let me scratch that. They're actually not known for anything, because all games they've made are not worth mentioning at all or remembering at all. As a result of their hard work and ingenious creativity, they made it an on-rail shooter. It literally is a game where you just have to point and click on your enemies. You can't even move yourself. It's like you had those arcade console games in the past that were played with a light gun that you had to aim at the television. One of the more famous examples of this is Time Crisis. Now those games could be enjoyable from time to time, but that was because they were played with a light gun on your console or in an arcade hall. But Rambo got released on PC to be played with a mouse and keyboard, and on consoles it got released to be played with a regular controller. So in my opinion there is no joy to be had here. Well, to put it simple, this gameplay can hardly be called gameplay at all. All you have to do is look at your screen and point and click on the enemy. The game will switch your character's position for you automatically, and the only input you can give to your character besides aiming and shooting is to duck behind a piece of cover you're standing behind. That's it. But wait a second, there still might be some variation in the gameplay, because in the first mission you have to disarm cops instead of killing them by shooting them in the arm or leg, because otherwise you'll be labeled as a cop killer, and then you gotta demolish the police station while you fend off incoming policemen. And hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts.
Because you can actually pick up a grenade to throw at the police station.
Wow!
How cool is that? And in the second mission you will kill Vietnamese soldiers that will run at you, and you can get extra points for making headshots. Okay, enough with the sarcasm. The only fun to be had in this game might only lie within the helicopter missions, where you blow up an entire village or fight with chopper versus chopper. Besides that, there's hardly anything in this game that can be acknowledged as even remotely being interesting. Now, to make matters worse, this game is also littered with QuickTime events, and we all know how much we love QTE spamming fests. Sorry, I was being sarcastic again, but not only does this game have a lot of QTEs, but one of the perks you can unlock literally lets the computer do the QTEs for you. That's how well this game is put together, that the computer can autocomplete one of the little things in this game that requires the player to get involved with the game. Besides that perk, all the other perks you can unlock in this game are just as dull as they can be. They're all percentage based and lack any form of imagination. In this game I actually felt like the QTEs were the only thing that even mattered for the gameplay, and if the QTEs become to look the more interesting aspect of the game, then it's time to quickly uninstall it and throw it in the bin. Bye bye. Like I said before, I'm baffled that this company got a hold of the Rambo license, and from all the possible games they could have made for it, they made a damn on-rail shooter. Everything could have been better at this point. You could even say that Aliens Colonial Marines could still be called a proper shooter compared to this farce of a game, although Aliens Colonial Marines still has its own issues. But I'm really amazed at how easily companies like this get a hold of those licenses. It's like they're handing them out for free without any problems and without checking out the history of those companies. But even then, I cannot believe that the only possible creative thing that this company called Teyan could come up with is an on-rail shooter. You must have some better ideas than that, because there is a reason why on-rail shooters were left out in the dark in the last decade. Because there is no joy to be had there, except for when it's in an arcade hall, and that's the only way I would play this game, if it were to be put in an arcade hall. But as it stands now, it is boring, repetitive and full of bullshit. I don't even think that there is any creativity to be found in this game. According to me, this is just a product of the ultimate laziness of a developer. I don't even care if it would have been a normal silly shooter without any depth at all, like Aliens Colonial Marines for example. As long as you could move yourself and had some possibilities besides staring at your screen with one hand down your pants and the other hand on your mouse to point and click on the enemies. What also shows for their incredible sense of laziness is that many of the voice lines in this game were just ripped from the movies, because I don't know how else they could sound this bad.
Go on, you crazy bastard! Show me! Rambo! Rambo, don't do it! Give yourself up!
I didn't do anything!
I'm telling you the law. Now hear it to me. Don't push it. Don't push it, I'll give you a word you won't believe.
To make matters even worse, they dare to ask $40 for this. Usually I don't even mention the price in my reviews because it doesn't add or break anything about the game itself, but I think it's worth mentioning in here though, because for your $40 you may have about 3 hours worth of fun. 3 hours! Because that's the standard time to complete this dreadful game. You cannot even try to bring more time out of the game, because there is no way to deviate from the path or spend time doing secondary objectives. On top of that, none of the screenshots that you can find on Steam or any other website even remotely resembles what the game actually looks like. In fact, it looks more like an effort from the developer to make it look a lot better than it actually is. Which is evidence for me that they are actually actively trying to hide the bad things about the game, because they already realize themselves what a piece of shit they got on their hands.
That is one big pile of shit.
They had a perfectly good license in their hands with tons of potential, and they just made it the most easiest and uninspired game they could come up with. They thought that the name of the game itself would sell it like candy at Disneyland, but I hope there are people who realize what a bunch of crap this game is before they buy it, because pretty much anything you can buy for $40 is better than this. I cannot believe the nerve they had when they realized this. How dare they ruin a licensed franchise like this?
It's over!
This game lacks imagination, it lacks involvement of the player, it looks like crap and it sounds like crap. Nothing about this game looks or feels interesting at all, and they dare ask full price for something like this. In the end, I think this game would have definitely made it in my top 5 worst games of 2013, if it was released last year at least. But I think that from the game releases we can expect in 2014 that this game is a strong contender for the top 3 position. Whatever you try to do, avoid this game as much as you can, because it is not worth buying at all.
It's over, Johnny.
Told us they were going to pay, didn't you?
Do you?
My name is Dreamon, the Belgian Waffle. I've been your host for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you guys next time. By the way, if you guys are able, please share and favorite these videos if you're already a subscriber. It would help me out a lot.